Good morning, everybody. It's Christopher with Virginia Tombstone Revival. Back at it once again. It's been quite a while, and I apologize for that. Here at Isle of Brent Cemetery in Portsmouth, Virginia. Hopefully, my microphone is working. Um, Finally got a chance to get back out here and actually do some headstones for these little kids. And here we stand before, looks like Robert Michael Francis, infant son of Charles and Virginia Francis, born and died October 21st, 1950. And as you can tell, little Robert's headstone is in pretty bad shape as far as being dirty and kind of destroyed. No, not destroyed, but you know what I mean. The head of the lamb is missing, much like my Uncle Jimmy's. It's got some rebar right here, or like rebar, mounting posts that I'm not going to be able to really fix right now because I don't have everything that I need. But we can at least get it cleaned up. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'll see how difficult it's going to be to get that fixed and mounted. I don't want to be out here like cutting steel and drilling holes and stuff like that because that's a little bit beyond my scope of things. I normally just try to mount them, lock them in place. I don't want to do too much and go overboard and take anybody off, I guess. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get this one cleaned up for little Robert. The mosquitoes are pretty bad out here already. Yeah. Yeah, the one next to him, same thing, but this looks like an easier job anyhow than this one. Excuse me. The gloves just don't want to come out. These are the old gloves that I got from work that are like 20 years old, so yeah, they're not going to work. They're already ripping apart. Yeah, may as well just toss them. Let's see if these work. And right next to us right here is Christy K. Hawkins that I did a few months ago. It's still looking okay. Just got some grass clippings on it. Nothing terrible. See if I got my little scraper in here still somewhere. Well, boy, I'm very unprepared today. Nope. Guess it's in my paint bucket. And I'm almost out of D, like very, very close to being out of D2. It's going to be one of those days, I can tell. All right. All right, I've already sprayed it down with just some plain water. Some of these weeds out of there. Oh, what is that? Oh, was this a cradle grave at one point? I think this was a cradle grave at one point. Really? Okay. Man, it's everything it looks. Yeah, this has the side stones that go out. Where does that go to? I'm going to have to do a little bit of work on this one, more than I thought. That is like really, really down there. Huh. I didn't expect that. Yeah. Alright, go ahead. Set that right there. Alright, where's everything at? There it is. Wow, that goes far. That's still going. I still don't know where it ends. I wonder how long it's been like this. Yeah, it's definitely sank down there pretty good. Hopefully y'all can see that. Okay, there's the other part of it, so it's got to be close to here. Yep. Oh, one heck of a root cluster. on wheels. Ronan wanted one of those. Speaking of Ronan, he's once again in California with his mom, doing their spiritual healing stuff. Whew. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get this one. I don't think I can raise this one. So I think this one's just going to have to stay where it is, and I know it's going to get covered up again probably very soon, unfortunately, but at least we will be able to see what it's supposed to look like for the most part for this little boy. I wish I brought my blower also. Get some of this dirt out a little bit better. All right, what's that looking like on camera? Oh, that's not looking terrible. Yeah. Okay. Touch it down a little bit more. There we go. All right, that was a lot. One step forward, two steps back. Microphone's still going. That's a good sign. Wonder how hard these would be to bend backwards or bend straight back up again. And of course, I don't have anything like that with me today. Ah, well. Yeah, you can see where the mounting solution or whatever they used failed over time. Definitely got some scratch marks right here also. All right. Yeah, I might try to come back later today and fix this one the right way. Or like completely, I should say. I'm wondering if I should just remove all of that grass right there, because it will grow back. Yeah, I think I might do that. already a pretty big difference. And completely off topic, I do appreciate all of y'all that have stuck with us and not unsubscribed. We've lost about 500 subscribers in my little hiatus, which I understand. No reason to be subscribed to somebody if you don't think they're ever going to put any more content out. But life kind of got crazy there for a little bit with work and Ronan and family stuff. I'm building a house, or about to be in the process of building a house. So that's going to be taking up some time for sure. Just get permits and all that stuff right now. The not so fun stuff. All the financing. But should be an adventure. We'll be moving out of this area back to where we lived for quite a while, actually. So it'll be nice to get back on that side of the water. And Ronan's finally back in school. Well, kind of. It's like a Christian type academy. It's like a hybrid. He only goes to school like 2 days a week, then the other 3 days are homeschool stuff. So he's learning all sorts of cool stuff. He's taking like a like a beekeeping class, which sounds really awesome. He's really enjoying that one. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm rambling. Yeah, unfortunately, the way this thing is set up, there's no room for the rainwater to run off till it evaporates. And oddly enough, here in Virginia, this August has been very mild. Like, it's felt like fall more than summer still. Yep, I'm getting dirty. At least I learned to stop wearing good clothes out here. Ugh. Yeah. There we go. Get all those little nooks and crannies where all the nasty likes to live. All right, time for the letters. Sit you right back down there. No, you're not going to do it. You're too worn down. I need new brushes. That's a fact. What happened to all of them? Sometimes I wonder when the last time that some of these, well, all of these, have been visited. And this little boy's been out here since 1950, so approaching 75 years. So the odds are his parents are probably no longer with us. But I mean, it's possible. Ronan's grandma was born in 1950 and her mom is still alive. She's in her 90s now and she's still kicking pretty good despite a whole lot of medical issues. She's one tough lady. So it's possible. Oh, my leg's cramping. Microphone still going. All right. Now my foot's falling asleep. Oh, so tingly. side looks okay. Don't want to throw that in there. Almost made a boo-boo. I mean, this is looking really good right now. But like I said earlier, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to put it back on the support base. Maybe I can at least get some of this cradle grave unmuddied. Like I said, it's going to pool right down at the bottom till it evaporates. Let me try to scrub that a little bit at least. Okay, I think that's about all I can do for it. Well, those gloves did nothing. Hand soaked. Well, at least we know it's there now. And as always, if you guys have better access to things like Ancestry and stuff like that, if you can find out like a death certificate or any history on this little boy, maybe his parents, anything like that, if you do, if you want to take that time upon yourself, we all appreciate it greatly. If you do find anything, just post it in the comments, let us know. I know the death records at this hospital, or not this hospital, but at the cemetery, are not accurate usually. Sometimes they have an infant listed and says they're like 80 years old. So can't really always trust that, but I really wish I had something in my truck that could bend that back. But I have a feeling if I bend it back, it's going to snap it without heat. But then I don't want the block exploding from the heat in my face. So, yeah, something like a lawnmower or something, like a riding mower, had to have knocked this over to bend that steel rod like that. But what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Because there's no way this is going to go back on there. messed up. And I'm not going to leave it like this, but I guess for final result photos, this is the best I can do. One good gust of wind is going to knock this right back over, and I don't want to do any more damage than it's already been done. Yeah, if I don't come back out today, try to come back out tomorrow with the right stuff to try to fix this one and this one. There was another one that had fallen off the base over there also. I stood it upright and I tried to level it off as best as I could just with my hands, but I doubt it's going to stay that way for too long. But let's see what this looks like at least. Oh, looks a lot better than it did for sure. Again, we have Robert Michael Francis, infant son of Charles and Virginia Francis. Born and died October 21st, 1950. Let's get an overall. Again, that water's going to have to evaporate before the cradle grave is fully exposed, but had no idea it was there. I'm sure most people didn't know it was there. I'm going to have to collect that big mound of dirt right there. Let me step over this one. Let's get an overall. But definitely a lot better than it was when I first got out here. Wow, that took 37 minutes. Anyhow, I am Christopher. We are Virginia Tombstone Revival. If you do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, leave comments on our videos. It greatly helps us out. Again, appreciate you sticking with us. If you still have, glad my microphone's still working. But for Ronan, be excellent to each other.